In today's video, I will guide you on how to upload your first artwork on the Vitruveo Studio. Now, if you've not already created an account as a creator, that's created as a creator account on the Vitruveo Studio, then please watch the video at the top. Then you can come back in and follow up with this video. So it's quite a lengthy process. The Vitruveo Studio is very, very much different from every other art site that you've been to. It's quite different, and there's a lot of metadata you have to put in, and this is because of they want to make sure that they have very good high quality artworks in their site. So I'm going to show you what to do and how to do it so that you don't get lost in the process, and also so that your work comes out well when people come to search for it. So remember, there's actually a search site where all the artworks you put up are being displayed, and every other artist as well. So creators' artworks, every artist in the system. So these are all artworks that people have put up. Some are sold. If you want to see the sold section, you can just click on this and it'll show you those that are sold as well as those that are not sold. And that easy way of seeing it, just come up and then you see this tree of artworks moving in, showing you all the latest sold work, from latest sold down to oldest sold. Now, let me just look at one of the artists and check out his or her metadata. So I can go through this point here to search for assets if I know the particular artwork I'm looking out for. But let me use this creator site since I know one or two artists that I can search for. So let me look for this. He's a friend of mine. He's also an artist. His art's name is Supreme Vessel Art. And once I click on it, you'll see down here that these are his works. So it shows all his pieces that he has consigned to the blockchain. If you look at here, these are two of his works that have been sold off. Let's just look at this particular work, Tehila, to see what it looks like. So if I click on Tehila, now it just quickly shows the description. But if I go to view, then I'll see more about the piece. So I'll see more about the piece. And this is why metadata is very, very important. So here it shows the original. I can click on the preview, exhibition, display, and display. That's a normal display that you see. And you can see the license type, how it's licensed. It also has a license to it. The price right now is not showing because I have not connected my wallet to this. So once I connect my wallet, you see that the price will show. Credits available. These are for if you're a collector and you want to buy. So it will show you how much credits do you have to buy the piece. Okay, and then this is about the creator. So you can see my friend here. It's also my namesake. His name is Michael. So you can see all about him. If you want to read more about him, you can have his profile URL, which is his Instagram URL, and you can go to look out more about him. Now, this is about the context of the work. You find it that that it also has colors. All the colors that this work bear, the major colors that you can find in the work, is also in this. So this is why the metadata is very rich. The culture is African, description, the title, the moods that this work also kind of portray. The orientation is on vertical orientation, the taxonomy, you can see the tags for the work, different stuff. So there's a lot going on in this metadata, and this will help promote the work better. And so that's why putting in your metadata is very important. So let's now jump back into how to put in the right metadata. So let's go again. Okay, so how do we do that? Now, I come in first of all, and I put in my email. I already have my email saved in this. Then they send me a code, a one-time code that after putting it in, you can't use it again. Sorry, that is 514573. Okay, so that is now inside my Vitruveo Studio. And these are some of the works I have consigned. Some of them are sold. Most of them actually are sold. Why? Most of them haven't yet been sold. So I already have these, and I want to consign a new asset. There are two processes you can take to do that. One is if you're consigning for the very first time and you don't have any artwork to build upon. So you just click on the plus button, which is consigning new assets. But the other one is quite a shorter route. It's if you've already consigned an asset before and now you want to make another consign, you want to make another what do you call it? Is it consignation? You want to consign another new piece of art. You can build from the foundation you've already done using the initial one you consigned with. So you can take the metadata of the former one you've already done, and then you just build from there. So that is what they call this, the clone and consign from. So if I click on this button, it will show me all the works I have done. And then I can just click on any one of them that I feel will be very relevant to my new piece I want to consign. And then I can click on that. And if I click on that, it's now selected. Then I can just consign a new asset, and it will pick from the metadata of the piece I have. Like right now I have Unwritten Tradition, which is actually this piece. And if I click on this, it is going to copy out all the metadata. Metadata are just the informations regarding the art, everything about the art, all the description, the kind of medium that was used, the style, everything about the art that this art represents. And then it will clone it, and I will start to build my own new metadata for the new work I want to do from this one called Unwritten Traditions. So let me go this route. From there, I can also explain a lot of things that will happen when you're consigning a new asset. So it's just going to be easier for me that way. So if I click on the plus sign, now it creates for me this page. And look at it now. It's written Unwritten Traditions 2 because of it is a duplicate. It's like a copy from the original one. So you have to always go in and change every name so that you don't have anything that isn't about the work you want to consign. Let's go to the assets media. Now, this is the first part you have to go to. The assets media is where you upload your pic, that's the JPEG, the PNG, GIF, whatever kind of media data for the file. So if it's a video file, you put it in the MP4 file. If it's an image, the image of your artwork, the image of your digital art, whatever it is, then this is the point where you put it. And one thing you must know is that you have to look out for high quality images so that when it's being displayed, it will come out nice. So I have this one from an artwork I created. That is a pencil drawing I did. This is it here. So I can just drag and drop, or I can click just on this screen. And when I click on it, it will take me to where I should locate the file. So I know it's in my documents, and this is it here, resistance drawing. And so I can just click, this is the original file. So I click on it. So you give it some time to upload, but while it's uploading, you can still go on to do other things. So this is for the display image. Now, everyone has its own size. There are two things you can do. You can either have all these sizes already prepared and done for the artwork, or you can just keep on re-uploading the same initial size, and the system will help you give it the ratio that they know that they want for each particular piece. So if I click on this upload, look at this one here, the ratio they want, or the size they want, the display size they want, is different from what my original has. So I click on the upload and I click on resistance still, which I have only just one image prepared for it. If you look at it here, it kind of cuts off from some of the parts that is there because it's going to fit into the display ratio that they want. So I'm okay with this display. This is very good and fine. And this is also for the exhibition. This is going back for a 3:2 ratio. So I click on upload and I click on resistance, and it also gives me a 3:2 ratio. So I think this is okay. And now for the preview image, this one has a maximum of 250 kilobytes. This is what people can just easily preview so that they don't want it to consume a lot of data. So I can click on this, and this is a good thing about this as well. When I click on this, it will immediately reduce this file size, because I know my initial file size for this is around 2 megabytes. So if I click on the upload button, this is over 2 megabytes, but it will reduce it down to around less than 250 megabytes or so. So if I click on this, it's going to compress the image and give me something around 250 kilobytes here to work with. So I'm going to wait a little bit for this to finally upload, and then we can go to the next button. All these are required information, so there is no skipping any part of it. You have to upload all these informations. They are very much required. Okay, so while all these are loading, you can actually proceed. If you click on the next button, then you see that it's already collected your display image. And okay, I think this should be the preview image it's collected, and you can continue. So let's go to the next part, which is our context. Now it's writing completed already because of it is picking from the metadata of the one we cloned, which is unwritten traditions. But if you're doing this for the first time, it won't be showing completed. So please just ignore the completed that is this. And it's just because of it's picking from the previous one I used, which is unwritten traditions. So I'm going to change this. It's actually titled resistance. And then for the short description of this work, I already have something saved, and I can copy out all this and paste. Now there's a limit to what you can. So let me see if I've exceeded the limit. You have to find a way to reduce the text you use because it has a limit of 250 characters. So let me see what I can take out from this. Okay, so I have rewritten this to something shorter, and it's fit into the 250 character limit that they want. Now, this is for the culture. You have to write the primary culture for this work. So what kind of culture does this work represent? There is a good number of it to pick from. So there's African, Islamic, this and that, and the rest. Now, this is not really even African, but sometimes I just pick African since I know that I am of African descent. And I will just pick that this is African. I think that Vitruveo should actually create something that is more global, like something that is not across all cultures. So it mustn't be something that is stereotyped to what culture this is. Sometimes some works are just global. There's no cultural specific parts to the work. So yeah, that's just my observation. Now let's come to the mood. Now, what kind of moods do I want my viewers who view this work? What do I expect? What kind of moods do I think that this artwork portrays? Now, it's actually absorbing. It's a work that I feel people should be absorbed by. And I can keep on going down just to pick some of those stuff I need. There is no calmness to it. So I'm going to check this off because of this is carrying some of the check marks of what I've already done. I remember this is a cloned metadata, so you still see some parts from what I did before. So this is connectedness. No, it's not connected. I think it gives me the chills knowing that there's a hand that can just break everything I'm doing. So yeah, let's check connectedness, dreads. Yeah, let's put the dread part here. I don't like that. Not distastes. Yep, there's a distaste to it. No, not dreamy, humorous, intimate, desire. No, intricate, lively, mystical, mysterious. None of these match what this work depicts. Ornate, psychedelic, serenity, sadness. Yes, sadness depicts it. Spiritual. No, not spiritual. Strange, striking. Tragic, tense, vibrant, violence, wonder, depending on how you see wonder. But okay, I'm going to leave that checked. So these are all the feelings that I feel like this work evokes. And if I come down to the color palette. So now there's an automatic color palette selection already, or you can pick yours if you want to. You can come to the plus sign and pick your own color palette. But easy way of doing this is just click on this refresh button and it automatically picks all the color, major color palettes that you can find in this work, that's in the work. So if I click on the refresh button, it's meant to sort itself out, and it will give me, like now this is here. It has given me all the variations of colors that it can find. Now this is a black and white drawing. I did it with my pencil, so I expect it to be something like this. And yeah, so we're good to go. And you can now go down to the copyright section. Now they've shown you an example of how to do the copyright. So you can just copy out this example, fix it here, and then edit it. So this is written in 4 years. So I'm going to put Michael Enechi. That's because I like using my name for every art piece that I have. So next thing is the taxonomy. So for the taxonomy, you indicate what in this object type is what kind of artwork is. Is it digital art? Is it physical art? Is it physical plus digital art? is actually physical. So I'm going to leave that. I create all my works are all done as physical pieces. For the tags relevant to the work, going to put in, let's say, drawing. So for people who are looking for drawing, then I'm also going to put in, let's say, pencil. So collections. Now I already have a collection. I have about two collections. This is one pencil drawings, and then I also have one for my sketches. So I'm going to leave this on pencil drawings because it's not a sketch. It's actually a well done pencil work. Next one is it AI generated? Now, this is no AI used. There is no AI used. It's not even partially, it's not fully, but if you have a fully AI generated work, you click on that. If yours is partially made, you click on that. That you use AI plus also some other elements like maybe Photoshop after using AI, or you did a work digitally and then you did the work traditionally and then you took it into the AI machine to do something about it. So if there's an AI partially implemented in it, then you have to put that in. But this work there's no AI used. Next, does this work contain any nudity? Now, it doesn't. Nudity just means is there a nakedness there? Are the people naked or so? So no, nothing like that is in this work. So I'm going to leave that checked. Next is what is a category? Now, this is something again I would like Vitruveo to do. So if you're watching this Vitruveo, please make a category for drawing. There's no category for drawing. So I usually put my category under painting. But there should be a category for drawing. There's a category for photography, painting, 3D, video, mixed media, illustration, collage, but there is none for drawing. So that is not fair to very good people who use pencils to draw and also charcoal and the rest. Next is medium. What medium did I use? Now, this is where they did the right stuff. Like they got all the mediums I can think of, but I feel like there's still more to be done to still put in here. So black and white, yeah, medium. I'm going to leave that. So there's charcoal. I use charcoal pencil also on this work. Drawing is checked. So let's keep on going. Now you see a lot of mediums. So if you use fabric, etching, there is a lot of mediums you can pick from for your own work. So this is just me trying to pick for my own piece of work. So it's particular to me now. I use graphite and graphite pencil, and I'm just checking that. And I'm looking for where there's paper. Okay, let me go to P. That's P will be paper. Oh yeah, paper is already checked. And pencil. Okay, so that's all. So next part is what style is this work depicting? Now there are different kind of styles. It's abstract expressionism, Art Deco, and there are many of it. I think there's realism. So my artworks usually are very realistic. So this is realism and also surrealistic, because if you look at the art piece, it has a surrealistic feel to it. It's not you don't just see a hand floating in mid-air and just holding so it's surrealistic. So you can also look out for other things, maybe photorealism, modern illustration, expressionism, and the rest of all the stuff that you can also click on. So I'm going to leave that already with what's there. And okay, now we are in subjects. Now, what are the subjects you can find in this work? Now, remember, all these ones are just clones from the artwork I used, but let me put in the one relevant to this piece of work I'm doing. Now, for the subjects, I know there's an ant. I know there is a hand. I know there's a string, but there's nothing again about, so I can take out all these ones. Next is we go to creators. So let's see, I'm already selected Mike Enichi. That's me, the creator. And I'm also the creator role I have is artist. I'm the one who created the piece of work. If your creator role is maybe you're a printer, you can put that. If you're a photographer, you can put that. Just different kind of creator roles. So you can all have that put in. Now let's come to creator bio. Now this is where you put in a very short bio. It's just they're asking for just 3 to 4 sentences. So I put in my own bio, and this is quite a short one, just detailing my stuff. Then creator website link. Now, if you have a website, you can always put that in, but currently my website is down. And so I just use my Twitter account as my creator website. And this is accepted. So please, you can do that. If you have an IG account, you can also use that. Something that is just well organized that when people come in, they can get to know you straight away. So that's something. It's going to help in people validating who you are, just getting to know you more. So nationality, I'm Nigerian. Residence, I live in Nigeria. Ethnicity, I am African. Gender, I am man. And you can also pick from if you're a woman. And so, yeah, so gender, I am man. Now for provenance, this part is where you put in the provenance for your work. So already country, this work is created in is Nigeria. The plus code is just kind of like a map where you are located in, that's residence and the rest. So I can get my plus code by taking this site. So I'm just going to use here, right click on it, and I will say go to this part. And when it opens up, it's going to help me find where I am already. So straight away, it helps me locate where I am. I'm in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So yeah, so this is where I am located at. So I can copy out this plus code. This is called your plus code. This is the code that you use to locate where you are on the map. And I put it in, and that's it. So that's my plus code for this piece of work. Next is what's the blockchain. So it's Vitruveo. That is just set automatically. Maybe when they have other blockchains that you can import from, maybe like you're importing from the Ethereum blockchain, then you can have that. But right now it's just Vitruveo as a blockchain. Next is the exhibition where this has been displayed in. Now, this particular piece has been displayed only in one major exhibition. So I'm going to put that in. So let me clear here and also clear here. This one was displayed in Affordable Art Fair. So Affordable Art Fair, and then link to the exhibition. Okay, so I put in the link to this, and that's the link now. So that's the link to where it was exhibited. It's just a social media link. They don't have a website where they created the art. So I'm just going to put in their social media site link with where the artworks and everything was just been exhibited. So now this is the awards. This work hasn't won any award, at least not that I know of. And so yeah, so I click on next. Now we go in again. Now this part is where you begin to put in the amount and the licenses for the work. So I like to always go with this particular license, and you can go read up on every part of the license. If you click on this I button, it can give you all you need to know about licenses, so you can understand what this license means and every other license that you want to go for, what it means. So for this particular license, this is what it shows you, the attribution, the non-commercial, no derivatives, that the artworks cannot be used for commercial purpose. It cannot be, if you remix, transform, or build upon the material, you may not distribute the modified material. So people can do remixing, but not for commercial purpose. So it's just it's quite lengthy, so you can go read up on it, so you can be very sure of what license you are picking for your work. And then finally, you pick a price. So for this particular one, I still want to maintain the $300 price for this piece. And please always check this, your stream arts, remix arts. Now you have to put a price for remixing your work. How many of that piece of work can they remix? So I usually like to put just 3, because I want to create a scarcity for every piece I have, and then $3 per every piece that they remix. And stream art is also there for those who, Vitruveo, from their plans, they want to go into streaming art as well. So just the same way you stream your movies through Netflix and the rest, they're also looking at when they will also be able to stream your artworks. So currently it is not yet active, but please check it so that when it finally gets active, all your works that has been checked for such license will also be used. So people can also use your works for streaming when it finally gets active. So at the making of this particular video, it's not yet active, but hopefully when you're watching it, it should be activated by then. And after that, there's nothing else. So I can click on the next button. And here is your creator agreement. So you can read through to understand your part you need to play and the parts that Vitruveo plays. And if you accept it, then come down here, check all these boxes, and you click on accepted. Already, as I told you, this is a clone data, so these are already pre-checked already, and it's already shown as accepted. But for you, if you're doing it for the first time, then you have to check all the boxes and click on accepted. Then next. Now we are coming to the last part, which is to upload BTS images and or videos. And if it's if you have an augmented reality video, you can also upload it. But for now, this work is not AR enabled, and they've not yet enabled the AR part. So even if I click on this, see, it doesn't check. So they've not enabled AR that's augmented reality for the artworks yet. When they do that, then you can be able to upload augmented reality videos for your work. But for now, so you can only work with just BTS images and BTS video. Now, this is just at the moment of this particular video. So probably when you're watching this in some months' time or some weeks' time, this option might now be enabled. So I'm going to come here and then click on the BTS image. I have a BTS image for it. So when I click on uploads, this is my behind the scene image, just a preview of the work before I finally completed it. And then for a BTS video, I also have one. And then this is my BTS video. So while we're waiting for the thing to upload, let me talk about the description. Now, if you go down here, this description is a little bit different from the other description that we did. The other one is actually the one that is going into your metadata. So that is the one that has all those, it has a limited number of characters, that's 250 characters. And it's because of that that when the buyer of your artwork finally mints your work, remember what you're doing is just consigning to the blockchain and it's not yet minted. So when the buyer mints your work, then that is when that description is also minted alongside with your artwork, because it's going to be minted together as a metadata for your art. And if you have more than 250 characters, it means that it require more gas fees for the buyer to pay. And so Vitruveo, in trying to cut down on gas fees, made sure that the description that will be minted when the buyer pays is less than or around 250 characters. But down here, they knew that other artists would like to maybe put out some more description of their work. So here is a place where you can put out more description for your work. And if you have more things to write about your artwork or the particular artwork you're doing, you can put them down here. So for this particular piece, I don't have anything again to write about. So this is just a demo. So I don't really have much to write about. So I'm just going to leave this blank. I am already good with what I put down on the metadata. So that's for the first description I had to write. So I'm okay with that one. And okay, so now it's completed and I can say next. So when you say next, it takes you down to this site now, because you are done with every part. You've completed your asset media, metadata, licenses, terms of use, and the auxiliary media, which is actually optional. So it's not a must. You must put in all those things. You have to put in like the behind the scenes picture and also behind the scenes video. So it's not a must, but if you have them, that's very good, because I know that many collectors like to see what went behind the scenes. It actually gives more credibility to the kind of work you do, especially when you do a work that is mind-blowing. So finally, you can then go to the last part, which is review and consign. Now I'm just going to click on this. This is the last button you have to click on, request consignment, but I'm not going to click on it because of I have already done this work and I don't want to redo it again. So if not, I'll be having double works there, and it's going to be a flag. So this is the request consignment button. Now, something you have to note is that if this is your first time as a first-time creator putting out your first artwork, then when you click on the request consignment, it's going to go through a moderation panel. These are human beings that are set up as a team to make sure that the artworks that are coming, especially for new time artists, creators that's coming in are real artists, people that they have a background, that they are really what they say they are. They are not stealing people's work. So because of their, Vitruveo is trying to make sure that even though they're a blockchain for artists, but they are also making sure that there is validity to whatever they are putting out there for collectors to buy. So therefore, if you are doing this for the first time, your work will take a while, probably maybe a day, 2 days, or maybe more than that, depending on the influx of artworks coming in for the first time. Then, but one thing I can assure you is that after that part is done, after your first work is consigned, then the next one is going to be a breeze. It's going to be in a few seconds and probably a minute for your work to get consigned. Lastly, there's, as of the making of this particular video, it goes through a moderation panel for first time consignment. But as time goes on, Vitruveo in one of their download sessions talked about them implementing a KYC feature. So you don't need to even go through a request consignment any longer once you have gone through the KYC feature. So yeah, I'm really, really looking out for when that will be implemented, because I would like to also utilize that and also maybe do a video for you to also understand what's going on. So there's a lot of videos I still am yet to do about the Vitruveo blockchain. It's such a very interesting blockchain for creators and very, very good. It's mind blowing, I must say. So yeah, so please give this a like and subscribe. Follow up on more videos to come, and drop your comments in the chat box. Ask me any question, relevant questions you like me to also make a video about or respond to you in the chat box. So this is me, and I am signing out. Sayonara.